So today I'm with Marisol. Marisol, how old are you?
39.
Marisol, I see that you're confined to a wheelchair. What's going on? Why are you in a wheelchair?
Due to my domestic violence, health issues, surgery, and mild stroke and a sudden heart attack, I'm in a wheelchair due to my left side being numb and my right side partially functioning.
Okay. And are you currently like homeless? Do you have like a place to live?
I'm currently homeless right now, waiting for housing.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Where's your children at?
They are with other people.
With what?
They are with other people.
Okay. Relatives, family, other people?
No foster parents.
Foster parents. Do you use blues?
No, I use methamphetamine.
You use what?
Methamphetamine.
G?
Yes. No, Nancy.
How long have you been using G?
I've been on and off of it.
Okay. So a lot of people out here, I would say the majority are using blues. You just kind of stay away from that, from blues?
I have used them, but it's not a thing that I usually do. It's more of the methamphetamine, but it's just G. Yeah, it just causes more stuff into the people.
Okay. And like, what do you think happened to cause you to be here where you're at now? Losing your children, being out here, you're in a wheelchair, you're using a G. What happened to derail your life?
I had a lot of trauma when I was small. Due to that, it just increasing, and with the past relationships, they were all domestic violence as well, which caused me to be in a domestic relationship, which is really intense. That got me into doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and from then I been neglected by all my family, and now I'm here, just by myself, with my partner.
You have like a boyfriend?
My fiance, yes.
Fiance? Where's your fiance at?
Working right now.
So your fiance has a job?
Yes.
Do you think your fiance could like get you housing soon?
Yes, that's what we're working on. So right now we're just living like in motels, which is not every other day we're able to, but we also have other payments to do with the checks and stuff, which are not big incomes, but they get us day by day right now.
I think that's a good thing that you guys are working towards getting out of here, right? Because it's not fun out here in the streets, right?
It's not. Economically, it's the worst. And I mean, in the house you have everything you need and want, and out on the street it's hard to take showers, to use the restroom, to be able to be comfortable. The heat, the coldness, the people, the anxiety I get, the panic attacks, everything is just a combination of just pure negativity. So it's the best advice I can give you is just keep going to school, do what you gotta do, and don't use the drugs and alcohol as another remedy to fixing your problems or your feelings, because it's hard.
How long have you been in a wheelchair?
Since August, September of last year.
An entire year.
Yes. Definitely.
Do you think using G is going to help your situation, your medical issues? Or does it like help a little bit, like the pain? It eases the pain, or what?
No, it doesn't help in any way. It just gives you an adrenaline and it makes you happy for a little bit, but then nothing changes. Everything's still the same.
How old were you when you first started using substances?
May of 2019.
So before that, you had never used?
Never. I never was a party girl, never was a big time of drinking or drugs or alcohol or anything.
That's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What did your normal life look like before G?
I had my kids. I had a happy family and daily routines with my kids. The smiles last moments. But the drugs and alcohol changed it all. The domestic violence changed it all. Brought me into a dark hole, but before that, it was pure happiness. Which I miss it.
Do you miss your family, your kids?
My kids only. Due to the traumas, I don't miss anybody from my family.
Trauma from your family? They caused trauma, your family did?
Many traumas
Wow.
since I was small. Traumas that cannot be forgiven or forgotten.
Well, I'm sorry you experienced that. Sometimes family isn't family.
They
Right.
say the family is a DNA, but it's not. Family is the people who are running, who stick by you through thick and thin. Strangers are more family than the actual DNA.
I've heard that sometimes. I've heard that a few times from people out here that I get treated better by the people out here on the streets than I do by my blood family.
It's 100% accurate.
Isn't that sad to
Yes,
say?
it is.
And then people wonder, like, how did they end up out there? You know, sometimes why don't they go back to their family? Well, probably they're running away from family.
I tried times to get near the family, but they neglected me many times, so they just caused more hate into me.
Where will you be in 6 months? What will you be doing?
In a home, happy, trying to recover from being in a wheelchair, trying to get my butt back to walking again and going to back to normal life. Somewhat normal, but little by little we're pulling through. Hopefully by next week, I'll be in an apartment already.
Okay. That quickly, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
When you're persistent on it and you put a lot of effort and stuff, things work out.
Okay. What high school did you go to?
Sunnyside High School.
What's that?
Sunnyside.
Sunnyside. Where's that at?
It's in Tucson, Arizona.
Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from Hollywood, LA, California.
How long have you been in Arizona?
1993 since my father passed away.
Okay, so half your life over there, half your life over here in Arizona, kind of?
Well, half of the childhood was up and down. I mean, my DNA, she never kept us stable. She always had us up and down everywhere. 1 month here, next month there, next year here, next year there. And
Seems to be lots of instability in your life when you were young.
yes,
And now as an adult, there's a little bit of instability as well.
yeah. You need to teach that to your children when they're small in order for them to grow up and be persistent with it.
Do you think your children are being taught that by their foster parents?
I'm pretty sure they will. I raised them to be good kids. They're very respectful, so I'm almost 100% sure that they will.
Okay. Since you're gonna get married, are you thinking about having more children?
No,
That's it.
that's it.
Your
I
fiance.
can't anymore, and
can't?
another thing is that I can't bring any more children into the world without having my previous ones, my babies, my first blessing. So it wouldn't be fair.
Wouldn't be fair.
Mm.
How many children do you have?
6.
6. And are they all in one family, or they're all the state kind of puts them wherever
The state puts them wherever they.
they can?
Unfortunately, yeah, they can't be together, but they still have communication through the internet, so which is good. It's a plus there.
With each other, but not with you?
They have communication with me too.
Really? Do you think one day you might be reunited with them when they're older?
I have faith that hopefully one day we could, but it's all up to God and it's all up to the future.
But you play a big hand in the future, right? Getting better, getting well, seeking detox, treatment, helping your fiance by either by working or being at home and helping your husband, right? Helping him provide for the family, right?
Yeah.
Getting better. It's really sad that you had to go through all that trauma as a child, and you had to go through your domestic issues. That, you know, people shouldn't go through that.
Yeah, they shouldn't, but when you grow up into around people who are like that, then you grow up to enroll yourself into that same environment. You let yourself.
You expect it. You say it's okay because I've seen it when I was young, so that's okay if I live it.
At some point, I thought it would be okay. It would go away soon. But then it continues and continues and continues. It's a never-ending story. That something just keeps getting stronger and gets to a point where the circumstances get to a point where either you're in the hospital or you're thrown in a ditch, or like me, I lose my kids, and all of the above.
There's hope for a better tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to say thank you very much for talking to me. Thank you very much for sharing your story. The whole purpose of this channel and this interview is prevention through awareness. By you having the courage to share your story, another young 15-year-old Marisol is at home, confused, lost, dealing with trauma. She's going to watch your story and be like, man, as hard as life is, I'm not going to use substances. That's just going to make life harder. So thank you very much for having the courage to share your story. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you my card with my number on it. You can call me if you need to write a treatment or somebody to talk to. Please stay blessed, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you. You too. God bless you.